Okay, so in my last video, I explained a few Hebrew letters, especially Chet, how to pronounce it, and Vav, how it has different pronunciations, which apparently I said in the video before that. And then I talked about how Vav can be used as a prefix, which, by the way, for those of you who are interested in Greek as well, or the New Testament, there's this funny thing that happens in biblical Greek, which is they use the word and way too much for Greek, traditional Greek writing. It doesn't happen like that. And they even use the kind of the wrong word, like I think in English, or let's say Western scholarship, we would say the Greek word is kai. It means also. But in the biblical Greek of the New Testament, it's used to mean and. Very likely influenced by the Hebrew vav, as we've talked about. So very interesting how they use it and how Hebrew thinking impacted their use of Greek. But that's beside the point. Anyway, also I talked last video about the letter beyt and how also beyt is at the beginning of words. I gave the example, the very first word of the Bible has a beyt prefix on it to say in the beginning and not just beginning. And this word reshit, by the way, very interesting. But we're not getting into all that stuff right now. So anyway, I forgot to mention one prefix in last video though. The letter hey. If you remember the letter hey, let's see if I can get to it. Nope. So back. Anyway, the letter hey, it's the one that's like, I guess, try to do this backwards so it looks right on here. But boom, boom, and then there's another line. But yeah, hey so far, which by the way, hey looks very much like chet, but yeah. So let me just pull over for a moment while I explain all this, huh? Yeah, I'll be to the next customer house in a bit. Okay, so yes, hey can be used on the front of a word to mean the, and Hebrew does this funny thing with prefixes, which is they do like if you want to say and the, for instance, well, which letter goes first? Because both need to be put on the front of the word. So you say ha. So for instance, the fish, because we learned the word fish. So the word for fish is dag in Hebrew, which is super confusing because we have the word dog in English and it's not a fish. But what you do is you say, to say the fish, you say ha dag. And to say and the fish, you say hadag, ve'adag. So you could say Gad, ve'adag. So Gad, the person, one of the 12 sons of Jacob, and the fish, Gad ve'hadag, or Gad ve'ahava, Gad and the love, and love. By the way, Hebrew uses the on concepts a lot more than English does. So like, for instance, hachet, the sin. Achet, it's not it doesn't necessarily, if you say achet, it doesn't necessarily mean a single sin. It can refer to the concept of sin as a whole, like achet. Yeah, so anyway, I don't even know, but like if you're talking modern Israeli Hebrew, but even in the Bible, I'm pretty sure this happens quite a bit. So yeah, so but if you're gonna say like Gad ve'achet, Gad and the sin, but it's like saying Gad and sin, like as a general concept in English anyway. So you can't say ha-gad, the God. You don't say that in English either, I don't think. The Nate. I wouldn't say my name like that. No one would say my name like that. Oh, you know the Nate? Nobody does that. So same with the Waterloo. You don't say the Waterloo. It's the name of the city. Same thing in Hebrew. So, which is, by the way, for those who aren't in my town, Waterloo is where I live. I love it. It's like the most ethnically diverse city in all of our farmer Iowa. And me working as a cable guy, I get to see such a range of people here. It's amazing. We have people from all over the world living in this city, which is really kind of a small town because it's only like 40,000 people. But I don't know how many it is, but it's not much. But it's amazing. We have people from all over here, thanks to John Deere and meatpacking plant and a few other things. But yeah. So we have the the prefix ha. And I probably better stop this video there because it's already pretty long and I just explained. So now you know ha. So there's an acronym for this in Hebrew. I'll just add this in. It's Kalev u'Moshe. So these are, wait, let me think about that. Kalev u'Moshe. Yeah, these are letters that get prefixed to words in Hebrew. But Kalev u'Moshe means Caleb and Moses. So it's a fun acronym, but you don't have to remember that right now, but you'll learn. Those are the letters. So far, the prefixes you have are beyt, vav, and hey. So, yeah. And you can say, for instance, bechet, in sin. So, or bachet, in the sin. So that's another thing. Beha disappeared long before the Bible came around. So, you say, instead of saying bechet, which means in a sin, to say in the sin, you say bachet, instead of saying beha. If you get that, it's good. If you don't worry about it. It's one of those things that you'll have an aha moment and go, that's what he's talking about. So, yeah, all the best.